Hi, it's Aviv Geffen from Blackfield. You're about to hear the new album, Blackfield #4, on Morow.com.
That's okay, I will just sit and wait. I don't mind if someone else.
I don't think we should measure art with time. I think it's a cliche, you know. I had with Steven like 25 songs for the new one, and we cut it down to 11 for only the best songs we can serve to our fans. So I'm pretty glad, you know. I think it's like a statement. I don't like okay songs or just fillers, long solos, just to get those extra 10 minutes. You know, it's not nice.
Okay, and anyway, the format of 3-minute songs is respected once again for Blackfield, because it was, I think, the first album. It was the challenge.
Right. Yes, Blackfield, through the years, we started to do like album of songs, not about the technique of the guitars playing, not the long solos, just great songs and great production. And I put in, you know, everything I have. You know, I'm doing the arrangement. I'm using a real orchestra, like 60 pieces of live strings and French horns. And Steven works really hard on his guitar's part. We put in everything we know, our knowledge. But as the 30 minutes, okay, you know.
So me, I'm all alone, far from the city. I got no room, no time.
The last album I produced the same. He played the guitars, the electric, the acoustics. He sang solo. He sang with me in a few tracks. He mixed the album, so it's pretty it, you know. The only thing that he was busy with his Raven solo album he did. So we talked if we should wait till he's over with the album and the tour, or should I start straight away. And we decided as friends, as musicians, as partners, that I should start and do it. And it sounds great, and it was always my songs, you know. So I wrote all the songs on Blackfield. But since the third album, DNA, that was the first album that was titled under a name, not a number. It was a turning point for us, because Welcome to My DNA, it's like Meet Aviv Geffen. I was a bit hiding behind Steven for the first album and the second one. So since the third one, I said, look, it's me, and you should meet me also. And since DNA, I'm the leader one. I'm the one I took like a step further, you know, to the front, which I'm really glad of it.
On those with the suits and the ties, soon they'll ask maybe.
Vincent opened for Blackfield as Anathema 2 years ago on the DNA tour in the States. So I got to know him pretty well, and his brother Danny. And he's a big fan of Blackfield. So he told me if I ever going to write a new album, so to count him in. I said okay. And when I got this song X-Ray, I called him and said, look Vince, I got a new track called X-Ray for the new album of Blackfield. Let's have a try. He said great. He took the train from Paris to London to the studio, and he made an amazing take. You know, me and Steven were like, wow, amazed. He sings so well.
Yeah, it's true. In fact, this song is very anathema-like. Did you write it with him, or
Alone.
alone? But thinking about him?
No, just no.
Okay.
After. Yeah.
These days you don't have to feel.
Always my heroes were the Floyd, ELO, Supertramp, King Crimson, Radiohead, and you can hear all of that in the album. It just blends. There's even like an uplifting song called Springtime, which is a bit folkish, Zeppelin sort of acoustic guitars, and it ends with a dubstep part, which I wrote in Japan, in Tokyo. It's a blend. It's we got so many things to tell, you know. I got many parts and genres. I can't even put it in on any category. What is really Blackfield? I guess it's Steven guitar sound with my orchestra in a way, and our blend of the vocals, I guess. But it's everything. It can be like a symphony pop if you want. You know?
I wish I had some more time.
The themes are, I believe, we become a really chaotic world. I think the States give us the fuel as commercials, and we all only thinking of how can I get the new iPhone, how can I get the best LCD system, how can I fly business class in Lufthansa 747 to New York. We become pigs, and we now paying our own sins. I just came from Greece. They had a terrible time now because they went crazy. We like mice. I was in Japan, so a long queue for Prada and Gucci, and I appreciate fashion. I'm a good friend of Albaz you know him, Albaz Lanvin fashion.
No.
He's an Israeli tailor, and now he's a big shot here in Paris. Albert Albaz. I love fashion, but have a life, have a soul. So for me, it was a bit sad to figure out that we became pigs that running after like mice after the new iPhone or the new app. I'm more kind of like romantic person. I'm a bitch. I love great hotels. I'm here because of the Fashion Week. Every room was taken, but I got sold here.
But when she goes away, I think of her.
No, it's about all the new album of Blackfield, which is we always trying to reach for some answers, and we don't get any answer. I don't believe in God. I'm a Jewish, but atheist, and I believe that religion divide people, and music connect people. And the cover it showing that we always trying to get some answers, but there's not really God or holy stones or real love. We all alone, and this is what the album said. I think at the end that we all alone. I did 2 seasons of The Voice Israel, and I used the prime time to say my thoughts about everything in Israel, the culture, the government, God. So I actually use it for my best. It was for me really interesting, and I said on the final night of The Voice Israel that the whole reality show, it's like a castle made of glass, and with a one stone, small stone from the reality, all this castle going to crash down. And it was a touching moment because people understand that it takes time and passion to do a real art. It took me and Steven 13 years to bring Blackfield to these days. So it's a big thing, and I don't believe there are any shortcuts in the art. For me, it's very good for the ego, I must say. Because as you said, in Israel, I'm a big star, like celebrity. So it's paparazzi, and it's people digging my life in the papers. So when I got the chance to go out with the Blackfield with my music, so it's become better for my ego. You can walk, in the streets. You can have a proper food without any paparazzi after you. You can drink good whiskey without, watching your back all the time. But I'm proud that I'm in Israel. I'm like a symbol for the peace process. I'm really against the occupation. I think we must give the Palestinians East Jerusalem. They must have their own country. So this is my role in my life in Israel. And I think still Israel it's a great place, especially Tel Aviv. But I think not to have peace process, it's a U-turn in the evolution. And people don't know, but the Israelis and the Palestinians speaking on the net every day. When it gets up to the government, it's fucked up in somehow, some way. And it's a shame, and I'm sure that peace will come after all from the streets, from the people. And I'm doing everything I can with my songs to make it happen,
With no eyes tonight, they will get you.
I had a few events. I think the biggest impact of event was when 95 Israel Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin had a peace rally in Israel, in Tel Aviv, and he asked me to come to be the headline of this peace rally. 400,000 people turned into the square, and I was the headline, and I sang a really sad song, and then I stepped down the stage, and I hugged Yitzhak Rabin, and I said, look, we having a great night here. I think the people are ready to have a real peace process. And I hugged him, and after 10 seconds, someone came to him when I was with him, and he shot him 3 bullets, and he killed him in front of my eyes, the Prime Minister, and he killed the whole dream of the peace. And for me, it was really, I saw someone dead in front of my eyes, and he was the Prime Minister, and we just had this peace rally. And I moved to London for 2 years, and I dedicate all my life to bring people to know that we need the peace process, and that's why I played with you too in Europe. I opened the shows because Bono want people to know who is me, Aviv Geffen. So it's difficult, but I'm sure you can hear on the album all the missiles and bombs, and at the end, even it's very sweet and melodic and nostalgic, as you said.
Gotta be brave if you want to have crowds.
We're going to tour with Steven in February in Europe and the States.